Here we have the hourly price chart for NIO Incorporated, stock ticker NIO. In this video, we will take a look at some recent price action and try to figure out where exactly we finished the end of trading last week. Last week's trading had some volatile time periods, so it will be important to kind of look at this chart, kind of reassess what happened last week exactly, and re-summarize where we currently stand, so that we can identify some new trading positions here going forward. In particular, on this hourly chart, what we can point to is the fact that we are starting to lose some of this resistance zone here that was defined by this prior downtrend line. We can see that we did have a series of lower highs that were built ever since the stock initially created this double top pattern back in, this would be the 6th of May. We posted one high. And then the next high came in during the May 15th trading session. So, right here, roughly, we have a double top region or a tweezer top region. So, this is a heavy resistance zone here. And then it's not totally surprising that we did see prices start to decline here following this price formation. Double top is a strong resistance pattern that we find in stock markets. So since this happened, we did start to develop a downtrend line here. We had new lower highs posted on June 3rd. These came in at 562. And then the next significant high came in during the July 3rd trading session, which posted below the $5 mark at $4.91. But as we can see here, during this most recent week, we have actually managed to close outside of this downtrend line. So what this means is that this downtrend line has officially run its course. It's completed itself because this is an hourly chart, but um, given the fact that these are the last two trading periods on this chart, what this also means is that we also closed outside of this downtrend line on a daily basis and on a weekly basis. So those are both positive developments, and it really does signal an end to this prior downtrend. I'll leave it in place, drawn on the chart here, just so that we can kind of remember, some of the preceding price action here, and kind of remember the fact that this prior downtrend is starting to reverse itself after the stock tested some significantly lower levels here. And then in addition to that, we do have some evidence here that a new uptrend is starting to build. Not only do we have this uptrend line here, let's draw that a little bit more clearly. Not only do we have this uptrend line here, but we do have some interesting moving average activity here that does suggest that new uptrends are starting to build. So now that we've seen this kind of minor uptrend line, I'll just go ahead and delete that for the moment, so that we can take a closer look at this moving average activity and see what's actually going on with this price action. So as we can see here, we've got several moving average crossovers that are fairly significant. This is the hourly chart. So what this means is that the yellow line is the 20 period exponential moving average. Each candle on this chart represents a 20-hour. Every candle on this chart represents a 1 hour trading period, and then this yellow line here represents 20 of those trading periods. So here we can see that the yellow line is crossing above the blue line, which is the 200 period exponential moving average. So in other words, what's going on here is the 20 period EMA is crossing above the 200 period EMA. This on its own is a bullish signal. A shorter term moving average crossing above a longer term moving average is a highly positive event. And it does suggest that prior downtrends have run their course. So overall, this does sort of help us to confirm the fact that this downtrend line here really is breaking, and that we probably are starting to find some support zones here relatively soon. So I would like to know what people think about this. I mean, do you think that this downtrend has actually run its course? Do you think that this could be a false breakout? There are arguments here in both directions, because you could argue that we have not yet made a higher high. We have not yet posted highs above this July 3rd trading level, which came in at 504. We're currently trading at 487. So, the argument can be made here that we have not yet broken these highs and we're still seeing a series of lower highs. So that's kind of an important question here. And I would like to know what other people think about this. Do you, in your opinion, do you believe that this downtrend here has actually run its course? Or do you think that, we're in store for further declines from here? In addition to this yellow line crossover here, I would also want to point out, the fact that we've seen similar trend movements here in the orange line, which is the 50 period exponential moving average. So initially, we did see a cross here above the purple line, which is the 100 period EMA. So what this really means is that. Previously the 50 period, the 50 period moving average crossed above the 100 period moving average. But what's most interesting here, in my opinion, is that this orange line is now also crossing over the blue line, which means that the 50 period EMA is crossing above the 200 period EMA. So now we officially have two crossovers here: the 20 period and the 50 period, both crossing over the 100 period and 200 period exponential moving averages. So those are bullish signals. And then in addition to that, we do have this break of this downtrend line that was seen previously. So, these are bullish events here. And then, if we look at the indicator reading, we can see that we're starting to see some upward trend momentum here. That's a bit stronger than what we're actually seeing in prices at the moment. We are seeing a bit of a drift higher here, and we are breaking above the moving averages. But the slope of this momentum line here on the relative strength index does look a bit stronger than what is actually being seen in prices themselves. That is another bullish signal, because it does suggest that strong momentum is building, and it hasn't yet. We haven't yet seen all of that kind of reveal itself in share prices themselves. So this does suggest that there is further upside potential possible here. This purple line down here is the relative strength index. The yellow line is the moving average of the relative strength index. So, in my view, these are fairly significant developments this last week. I would like to know what other people think about this. Do you actually believe that this trend line is finished? Do you believe that this downtrend is over? Or do you believe that since we have not yet made higher highs, this does still suggest that this downtrend is in place and that we're likely to see lower prices? It's possible to make arguments on both sides there. In my view, I think that the balance of the evidence does support the bullish side of this trade. And then if we look at things more broadly, we are fully aware of the fact that, the potential for downside here is relatively limited when compared to the overall potential for upside. So, in my view, these are the factors that were most important this week. And I would like to know what other people think in the comments, whether or not you think that this current downtrend really has completed itself, or if we're likely to start to see prices decline further. Here's the current market update for NIO Incorporated, stock ticker NIO.